How are you guys doing today? So I'm gonna try something a little different. I'm bass fishing today in my kayak, and I've been trying to work on bottom fishing. Slow, jigs and crap like that. I was always a moving bait type of person, and so when I fished that last tournament, I did a lot of pitching and flipping, and tried to do some bottom fishing, and it worked out pretty well. So today I'm in this creek, which has some pitching and flipping crap, but the only thing is that I'm looking around, and I mean that it's going to be kind of difficult in the kayak. So I'm going to try and mess around with that. I also have this set up, just a little creature bait. It's pinned. It's basically a flipping setup, but I can skip it, and it's just got a light, I think it's got an 1/8 ounce weight or something like that on it. So it's just going to be like, just throwing a creature bait around. So I'm going to mess around with that. And I mean, we had this cold front come through the other day, and right now it's in the 70s. So it's actually pretty nice out. Like, I'm not cold or anything like that. And the water's not warm, but it's definitely not cold. It definitely warmed up since, the fish should be eating is what I'm saying. So I'm going to mess around and throw this a bit. And if that doesn't work out, I might try throwing a frog, because it looks very froggy and the water's pretty warm. So try it out, but yeah, let's see. That's a good fish. Oh! Wow. That was a good fish. Oh! First cast. So, of course, there's something going on with my GoPro, so I don't know if I actually got that last bit on video, but I finally landed one pretty fish. I think they're bedding. There's a little bit of a rough mark on it, but pretty fish on the fluke. There we go. Oh! That broke me off, seriously? That fish just broke me off. Oh, sweet. Okay. That was awesome. And he choked it. Come on. There we go. That's a pretty fish. That's a really nice fish. I was gonna say, finally I actually landed something decent. Wow, so I completely switched from what I was going to do originally because too many weeds, like mucky weeds. I couldn't really fish the bottom too much. And so I went to my, normal, what I usually do, you know, fluke and frog. And like the second cast on the frog, I hooked up to that nice fish, and it came off at the last second. Like I was babying it too much. And then pretty much every other fish that I hooked up into, I hooked into some good fish. I just couldn't either hook up, and then I had that one break me off, that was a big fish. And I have a feeling there are snook in this body of water, because a couple of the times I hooked up, it just felt way too, unless they're like freaking 10-pound bass that are just chilling in here like consistently, I think there's some snook in here. So I broke off, which sucked. I did catch that one fish in the beginning off the fluke, and there's something going on with my GoPro because it just cut out. So I know I went back and got some video of it, so it's there, but I don't know if I got the fight, so we'll see. If it shows up, then I did. And then I was looking in the general direction, so probably I put on a spook, and I was looking at a dog when it was happening, and I couldn't tell if it was a coyote or not, but it was just a regular dog. And I got slammed, and it sounded like a snook. It did not sound like a bass. The pop was, if it wasn't a snook, it was one of the biggest bass. I didn't even see it, but it was a huge bass if it was. So again, didn't hook up, just had the one hit and it wouldn't come back. So I was looking in the general direction, so hopefully that shows up. And then of course at the very end, I finally hooked up and managed to land that, you know, it was about 2 pounds, you know, but there's a lot of fish in here, and I didn't have much time to fish it. I was only out here for like an hour and a half. But I mean, I had a lot of action for an hour and a half, and if I kept on every fish that I actually hooked up to or that hit, it would have been a really good hour and a half. So can't really complain about that. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification, and seriously guys, comment, because I go through them, and you know, there's not too much right now, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to get to all of that. So thank you guys for watching, and you guys have a good rest of your day.